Take two.
This is Stephen, the Disney Drago Robinson. You're watching the one and only Sport Icon. Bow!
Okay, so Oleksandr Usyk's promoter in Oleksandr Krassyuk has called for Tyson Fury to be stripped of his WBC World Heavyweight Championship ahead of his potential fight at least, with Francis Ngannou. And this is what he had to say. He's not actually breaking any rule of the WBC. From a sports point of view, pure boxing, he has to be stripped. There you go. And that's what I've said. That's what most of you believe too. The fact that a champion should be defending his or her championship title, not doing poxy little exhibition fights. If you want to do exhibition fights, vacate the belt, or do your exhibition fights once you've cleaned up your division and there's very few people left to fight, if anyone, then go do your exhibitions at the end of your career. Because to do it right now, there's so many top 15 rated contenders for the WBC that he should be giving one of them a voluntary defense. It's hard enough for one of those fellas to get into that position anyway for a mandatory shot, so they have to rely on voluntaries. And he's not doing it. He just isn't doing it. Has he made an offer to a Martin Bakole? He deserves a shot. A Frank Sanchez, him too. Arsenal Makhmedov and so on and so forth? No, he hasn't. He's just going to go straight to an Ngannou fight. And what's shocking about it is that people are giving him a pass for it. They're giving him a pass for it. Including platforms like TalkSport. Absolutely disgraceful. It's disgraceful, it is. So what Oleksandr Krassyuk is saying here is correct. Because Fury, what he should have done was for Oleksandr Usyk. He shouldn't have made a low-ball offer of offering him 30%. And when Oleksandr Usyk accepted it, Tyson Fury was out there celebrating, jumping up and down, saying how Oleksandr Krassyuk and the whole of Oleksandr Usyk's team are a joke. They're the worst in the sport for accepting a 30% offer. In other words, Tyson knew it was a low-ball offer. But they accepted it anyway and still couldn't get the fight over the line because Fury wanted more. He refused to give $1 million donation to Ukraine, and he refused to give Oleksandr Usyk a rematch on the basis of the first fight. If Oleksandr Usyk won, and that was the only stipulation, if Oleksandr Usyk won, then Usyk gets the same terms for the rematch, but in reverse, as in Usyk gets 70%, Fury gets 30%. Fury refused, so that'll tell you that he weren't ready for that fight. Not for the first time he's dug to Usyk. It just isn't. So yes, absolutely. I think Tyson Fury should be stripped of that WBC belt if he goes forward with this Francis Ngannou fight. A guy who's never had a boxing fight in his life. Shouldn't be doing it. Should not be doing it. Now, of course, people will argue the fact that, well, he doesn't have a mandatory or anything yet, so he's free to do whatever. He can choose not to fight and whatever else. And that is true. But at the end of the day, what it all comes down to is the fact that if you're going to fight, then defend that belt. There's no reason why you can't. No reason whatsoever. There are plenty of contenders out there who would take the opportunity, regardless of money, who wouldn't price themselves out. Give Martin Bakole a shot. Give Frank Sanchez a shot. Makhmedov, whatever. But what you don't do is fight a guy who's never fought in a boxing ring before. That's what you don't do. And the WBC should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of their so-called champion. They should be. Now, I don't want Tyson Fury stripped. I want Tyson Fury to defend that belt against all the other top contenders. And, of course, most importantly right now, Oleksandr Usyk. That's what should be happening. But he's chosen the path of least resistance for the most amount of money. That's what he is, Mr. Businessman, not Spartan. So, anyway, it is what it is. Is that going to happen? No, of course not, because WBC have no backbone. They've got the backbone of a jellyfish. They really do. They gave Deontay Wilder pass after pass after pass, and now they're doing the same thing with Tyson Fury. Absolutely disgraceful. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.